my name is Maite Herrera. I am from Caracas, Venezuela.
Hi, I'm Jazzy. I'm from Orlando, Florida, and I graduated from the University of Central Florida.
Hey, my name is Matthew. I'm from Arapahoe Community College here in Littleton, Colorado.
Hey guys, my name is Carolina Guzman. I am 26 years old. I'm from Colombia.
Hi, my name is Chris Acevedo. I'm from Boston. Studying abroad is very important because I believe it really opens your eyes to seeing new cultures, trying new foods, and honestly just being with new people that aren't from where you are from.
I think studying abroad is so important and should be important to everybody just because of all of the things that you receive out of it. You get to meet people from all over the world. You get to see how different currency works, and you get to see these beautiful monuments that you only learn about in textbooks or movies. My first job out of college, it was an amazing opportunity, and I had to study abroad right there on my resume. And I'm pretty sure that they hired me because of that, because I had no sales experience at the time, nothing experience. But I talked so much about all the traveling that I did, and they immediately hired me.
So the piece that I took from studying abroad to the workplace was having that global perspective. And so interesting enough, after college when I started my job, I noticed that I definitely had a little bit more advancement in understanding different cultures, being open-minded, and learning to be a good ally. And those were the pieces I was able to inherit by studying abroad.
Being able to see different perspectives and see how people operate in other countries. And I think that's very important for people to do. I think being able to travel outside of where your comfort zone is and to go to somewhere new is to not only push yourself, but also being able to take in culture and bring that with you when you go back to work.
We stayed in a little small boutique, Airbnb boutique, bed and breakfast type, and on top of a mountain. Like, we drove so far deep into the mountain, and I remember there was absolutely no hot water, and everyone was freaking out, all of us being from the States, and we were like, no, there's no hot water. But the food was great, and the landscape was beautiful, and the beds were so cute, and there was sheep everywhere, and chickens and cows and horses, and it was just one of those, and waterfalls, and it was just one of those moments where you had to pinch yourself because you were like, wow, like, I'm in my early 20s, I'm studying abroad, and I'm taking a class in Italy and Greece, and it's so important, and it was important, and it's one of the most memorable things that I remember with EF.
Taking the bullet train in Japan, it was such a cool experience. I got to see it on so many different social media platforms, and I've always told myself I want to experience that firsthand.
Honestly, it was the bonding time that I had with some of my colleagues. They were people I've never met before. And so there was one particular moment where we were on a ferry on our way to Greece, and we were actually staying overnight at the ferry. And we were in a tiny room with 10 of us just chatting away and talking about our experience thus far, and just reflecting the different infrastructure between what we experience in Italy and what it's like to be an American. And there were some interesting topics, and so I think that was my favorite moment, was being able to connect with my colleagues, who I now call my very close friends.
Pack light. It's the easiest, it's hard to do for some people. It's easy for me, but wearing thin, breathable clothing like what I'm wearing now has saved me so many times. It's easy to wash, it's quick to dry, and it keeps you nice and cool when you're traveling in the summer.
Budget for your program. One of the things I'd say is that if you're interested in studying abroad, it can totally happen. So ask your professor a follow-up question. How much is the program? Are you doing this next year? And then from there, start planning. Realistically, can you attend the first year or the following year that professor is doing the program? And then you'll be able to execute attending the program. So save and budget are my two pieces of advice.
Step out of your comfort zone, explore the country that you chose as best as you can, and be grateful at all times, because before you know it, you're gonna be back home.
Expand in your social circle. Talk to people, talk to locals. I think that's one of the best things someone could do if you're traveling outside of the country. And not only are you talking to people, but you're also immersing yourself in that culture.
Study abroad should continue because it gives students the opportunity to leave their hometowns or the college that they're attending and discover themselves, discover the world, and it just opens up your mind to a different way of thinking.
Continue to move the needle to have these opportunities for your students. I think, speaking from someone who was a student and was able to study abroad, if I didn't have my professor advocate those opportunities for me, that they were needed and that it was possible, then I wouldn't be in the place that I am today. And so to continue to encourage and inspire students that study abroad is important and that it's not going anywhere.